Welcome back to Municipal Auditorium, Game 5 on the opening day of the NAIA Men's Basketball National Championship Tournament. First round action continues. We are in the Naismith bracket. Top seed is Georgetown College out of Kentucky, one of the perennial powers in NAIA basketball, making their 38th appearance, taking on the 8th-seeded Rocky Mountain Battlin' Bears. Let's get our starting lineups from the PA announcer. So there's your starters for this first round ball game between Georgetown, pictured there in the white uniforms with the orange and black trim. 2 championships in this event for Georgetown, a 27-10 first round record. Starting lineups brought to you by Jimmy John's, the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast starting lineups. Rocky Mountain in the black uniforms. Out of the Frontier Conference, 19-12 on the season, 10-8 in league play. But finished the year losing their last 2 games and 5 of their last 8. Georgetown, meanwhile, won their last 5 and 11 of their final 12. They went 28-4 out of the Mid-South Conference. And the Tigers have the basketball first today. Thanks for joining us here on the NAIA Network. Stephen Davis with you. Rocky Mountain comes out with a matchup zone defense. Georgetown looking to attack, balanced Georgetown attack. They average 89 points a game. 4 players average double figures. Shot clock dwindling to 3. Guarded triple comes up short out of the hand of Troy Stewart. And the Battlin' Bears from Billings, Montana go the other direction. First possession for Rocky Mountain. Their top player is Jared Samuelson, 34 inside in the black. They haven't gotten it to him here. Step back 3, Craig Wilmore. And Georgetown pulls down the rebound. Eljay Cowherd the other way. Cowherd all the way and 1. Well, that's a good way to beat the matchup zone. Attack in transition. And Cowherd through the contact. The junior out of Bardstown, Kentucky, looks for a 3-point play. In between 2 defenders. Free throw doesn't go. The foul was whistled against Grant Wallace. Samuelson stepping out. He has 3-point range, 42 made threes this year. He's a 42% 3-point shooter. Corner 3 at the other end for Georgetown doesn't go for Broderick's Jones. Both these teams let it fly at a pretty good rate from deep. Making nearly 9 threes a game. Samuelson working inside, gets the jump hook. 6'7" junior from right there in Billings, Montana, out of Billings West High School. Averaging 18.5 points a game, 7.5 rebounds. He is easily the best player on Rocky Mountain's team in terms of statistical numbers. Near steal on the perimeter by Wilmore. Open three instead. Joe Burton rack it up. Burton, one of the high scorers for Georgetown, averaging 16 points a game, left wide open that time. 5-2 Tigers. Three missing left for Clayton Ledeen. Georgetown on the push the other way, and a jam on the lob. Broderick's Jones on the business end. Oh, Georgetown getting out and running, and they forgot about Jones on the back end. Rocky Mountain looking for a basket to answer. Not there on the three is Wilmore. Georgetown will push. And even with the defense back, they look to score. Well, that defense getting set up. Chris Briggs, great job as the head coach at Georgetown. Kick out for a three. And Joe Burton connects again. Burton's a good shooter. He just doesn't shoot many threes. But he's hit his first two today. 10-2. A good block out and rebound by Burton. Cowherd the other way. It's trailing Stewart. That's their great three-point shooter. And a quick timeout needed and taken by Rocky Mountain. Boy, Georgetown College looking to make a statement here in the opening round. Out quick. 13-2. They've hit threes in the half court. They've hit threes in transition already. Troy Stewart, that last three, the senior from Neptune, Kentucky. 89 threes now on the year for Stewart. Who is a 40% shooter from downtown. That's the last guy you want to see open if you're the opposing team. Oh, what a start by Georgetown. 5 of 7 from the field. 4 assists, no turnovers. Rocky Mountain just 1 of 6 shooting, including 0 of 4 from downtown. Rocky Mountain needs a good possession here. Already down 11. Craig Wilmore crossing over and throwing it down. Open lane to the basket for Craig Wilmore. And at the other end, a Georgetown turnover. Well, it's about as well as things can go out of a timeout for Coach Bill Drykosen and the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears. Get a driving dunk, force a turnover, get the basketball right back. Satchel McDonald finding Samuelson. He draws a lot of attention. Samuelson. No whistle. Cowherd the other way, all the way. Left-hand finish. Eljay Cowherd. A steady point guard. He quietly scores 12.5 a game. Pushes the lead back to 11. Georgetown off to a very fast start. Now away from the ball, a foul. They got Cowherd chasing Ledeen. 20 on the shot clock. Corner three. Not there for Brandon the Boy. Boy, Georgetown into their offense so quickly, and Chris Coffey went for the highlight. Gets 2 free throws instead. Jared Samuelson with the foul. That's the guy Rocky Mountain needs to keep on the floor. So Coffey to the line for a pair. Just a 56% free throw shooter, but averages a double-double. He is a 6'7" junior from Louisville. 14 points, 11 rebounds per game for Coffey. Coffey's second on the money. Deflected by a Tiger. Rocky Mountain keeps it. Georgetown College out of Georgetown, Kentucky. Loaded up for a run at the championship this year. Dean open on the wing, knocks down the 3 behind the screen. Ledeen, their top 3-point shooter in terms of makes. That's his 55th this year. Open look at the other end for Jones. Short. Georgetown really gets after it on the glass. Unable to come up with that one, though, was Coffey. Look at the execution here in the half court by Rocky Mountain. This is rig and shine. Pass deflected and stolen. Cowherd the other way. Stewart gives it back. Foul line open look. Burton too strong. 8 Rocky Mountain players have played already. It's still the starting 5 out there for Georgetown. The boy cut off. Now Wilmore. And another triple for Rocky Mountain. Their second in a row. Just like that, it's down to a 6-point game. Nothing will lift a team's spirits offensively like couple threes in a row. Deflected pass. It'll stay with Georgetown, and plenty of changes coming both ways. Chris Briggs, the head man at Georgetown. Over 200 wins there as Chris Coffey wide open with the easy finish. The boy thought about a 3. Now plays it inside. Samuelson's back in the game. Looking to get him going. 1-on-1 in the post. Nice fake. Bucket and 1. Well, great patience there from Jared Samuelson, a guy that attracts so much attention with his numbers. Was waiting for a double team and never came. Went back baseline and scored it. Drawing the foul on Dominique Reed, who just checked in. Well short on the free throw, though, for Samuelson, who's normally excellent at the line, 84%. Quickly inside, Reed, left hand, yes. Dominique Reed has come off the bench most of this season for Georgetown. He averages 8 points, 5.5 rebounds. That was a nice looking post move. Now a deep 3 drops for Brandon the boy. Sophomore from Box Elder, Montana, cuts it to a 5-point game. Well, Rocky Mountain back in this with some good 3-point shooting. They've hit 3 triples after being down 12 early. Cowherd attacking. Trying to drop it off. Reed, trouble making the catch. Numbers the other way. Wilmore lost the handle. Craig Wilmore patting his chest, saying it was his fault. Unable to finish on the 3-on-1. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Cowherd attacks with the opening in the zone and lays it in. Eljay Cowherd. Long pass the other way goes untouched. Rocky Mountain turns it over. And Rocky Mountain needs to control the basketball to have a chance in this game. Look at this ball movement, and then Cowherd with the strong drive would not be denied. Reed feeling it. He's got a couple buckets already off the bench. Dominique Reed, transfer from North Carolina Central. 9-point game. The boy gets another deep open look this time. Rebound foul is on Rocky Mountain. It's against Grant Wallace. Cowherd walks it up. Georgetown not afraid to play in the half court as well. They shoot a shade over 50% overall this year. Stewart back to Cowherd baseline. Well, they get it close into the basket. They have great height. Driving pass there by Coffey, deflected and stolen. Numbers for Rocky Mountain, 3-on-2. Pass a little off target, allowed Georgetown to recover defensively. Now Wilmore out there on the triple. Georgetown will always look to run if they can. Cowherd left open. 3. Yes. Eljay Cowherd, not known for his shooting, but pushes the lead to a dozen. You see Georgetown now 4 of 7 beyond the arc. Midway through the first half, Georgetown on a 100-plus point pace. Samuelson out on the perimeter, launching well off target. Had to hurry though with the shot clock winding down. So far, Georgetown handling this Rocky Mountain matchup zone. Cowherd getting through the zone, unable to scoop it home. This is Satchel McDonald. Back to Samuelson, who just cannot find any space consistently. McDonald, though, with the tough 3. My goodness. Hand in his face. It's the 4th 3 for Rocky Mountain. They're having to take a lot of perimeter jump shots, though. Down low. Jacob Conway couldn't get it to go. .8:30 remaining before halftime. Rocky Mountain has not led. Samuelson backing down. Defender tried to draw a charge. No whistle. Samuelson scores it. 6 for Samuelson, who is the only double-figure scorer on this Rocky Mountain team. 18.5 per game. Next highest scorer is Wilmore at 9.3. Reed facing up and spinning, tough shot. Coffey though, Conway able to run down the rebound. Jacob Conway with the hustle offensive rebound. First offensive rebound of this game for either team. Cowherd, not a great shot, but they'll get another look as Reed reels it in. Now three from Stewart is short. And this time Rocky Mountain comes down with it. McDonald on the drive. Swatted into the second row by Chris Coffey. Yeah, that ball ended up a ways off the floor. My goodness. Excellent timing from Chris Coffey on this layup attempt. That'll be alive if you're walking by on the baseline. Samuelson one-on-one. Fade away, banks it home. Well, he made that look easy. Samuelson now with 8. And this is just a 5-point game. Jones, kick out, 3, not there for Burton. Isaac Martell in off the Rocky Mountain bench has the rebound. Samuelson now stepping out, 3 not there. And Georgetown, a little miscommunication. I'm not sure where they were trying to go with that. Rocky Mountain has closed the gap. They were down 12 on a couple occasions already. Down 5 with the ball here. Ledeen wipe it off. Illegal screen against Shine. Now the officials discussing a matter. And you hear the announcement of technical foul against Reagan Shine. Troy Stewart will be at the line for Georgetown to shoot the 2 technical foul free throws. Not see what Shine was called for on the technical. Stewart gets 1 of 2. Georgetown will get possession as well. Burton off the screen all the way to the rack, but unable to finish it. That was a nice drive there by Joe Burton. Still just a 6-point game though. Looks like Georgetown might run away and hide after getting up double digits in the opening 5 minutes. Oh, traveling call against Satchel McDonald. This is the 10th appearance here at the national tournament for Rocky Mountain. 5-8 all-time record, including 1 championship. Open jumper, Broderick Jones missed badly. 2009 was the year Rocky Mountain took home the red banner. Wilmore, yes! The flush with the foul. Craig Wilmore. That was lovely. We got a step on Broderick's Jones and made him pay. Take another look. Crossover, got him sleeping, and then bam. And the free throw, just a three-point game now. Ironically, that 2009 run to the championship for Rocky Mountain was the only time they've ever won their opening round game. A wild shot by Jones. Rocky Mountain has it, down just 3. They've had more success getting to the basket over the last few possessions. They were settling for threes early in the game. Over the top, Isaac Martell kicks it out. Wilmore for the tie. Not there, gets his own rebound, gets to the rack. Yes, and one. And the Battling Bears from Billings, Montana, doing just that. They were down 12 in this first half. Wilmore to the line to try to tie it. 6'3", 185-pound senior from Daytona Beach. Oh, in and out. Georgetown needs a basket. Cowherd finds Stewart, the great shooter. Rebound tapped out. Wilmore able to get it to a teammate. Now Wilmore pitching it ahead for McDonald. Wilmore finding the open man. Martell, and Rocky Mountain leads. Grant Wallace trailing with the triple. Rocky Mountain with the lead for the first time. Now a foul on the Battling Bears. That's against McDonald. Oh, what a comeback by this Rocky Mountain team. 19-12 in the regular season, but lost 5 of their last 8 games. Bill Dreykosen's squad playing well. Just over 4 to go in the half. Cowherd trying to create. Nothing there. Rocky Mountain defense very solid this possession. Shot clock single digits. Coffey's jumper not on target. Rocky Mountain running through the hands of Wilmore, and they turn it over. Boy, that's a momentum stunter right there. Wilmore's been the key guy in this comeback. They've done a lot of it without Samuelson on the floor. Georgetown looking to tie it up, and they do. Over the top for the jam to Joe Burton. Stewart getting penetration inside. In the corner, McDonald, and he finds the cutting Wallace for the throwdown. Rocky Mountain comes right back with a slam of their own. Cowherd wants to get to the rim, does. Tie game. 11 for Eljay Cowherd, who has shouldered the scoring load in the opening half. It's a balanced Georgetown attack. 4 players average double figures. Stewart, though, averages 18, has been held to just 4. 3 not there for Danny Betcher. Georgetown looking to go back in front. Burton in and out on a triple. Not normally his game. He's hit a couple already today, though. Tied with 2:20 to go in the first half. Ledeen on the drive. He's the last to touch it. Rocky Mountain turnover, their 8th. Georgetown a chance to regain the lead. Stewart off the screen, hangs, finds Burton, 3 on the way. Battling Bears out of a half-court set. McDonald tried to wrap that around a couple defenders. No chance of that getting through, and then a frustration foul as he tried to run underneath Cowherd's dribble. McDonald, senior out of St. Louis, looking at his coach, patting his chest, telling his teammates same thing. That was not a smart play there at either end, really. And with 2 fouls, he'll take a seat. That was the 7th team foul. So into the bonus go the Georgetown Tigers. Eljay Cowherd 1-1, 68% at the line. Big first half continues. Cowherd now 12 points, 5 assists, just 1 turnover, and a pair of steals. Junior point guard out of Bardstown, Kentucky. Short on that. But the Tigers back on top by 1. Final 80 seconds of the first half. Ledeen off the ball screen, turns the corner, finds the boy in the corner. Yes, Brandon the boy. His second 3. 2-point Rocky Mountain lead. The Battling Bears down double digits in the opening 4 minutes of this game. Have a chance to take the lead into halftime. Cowherd attacks through the zone. Blocked. Samuelson got a piece of it. Cowherd not there on the second try. Well, Battling Bears will pull it out. Quick 3. Well, missed everything out of the hand of Austin Payne. Cowherd cut off on the block. Now Reed. Strong move. Dominique Reed with a left-hand finish, and we're tied. Rocky Mountain can get the final shot of the half, though. Ledeen turning the corner. Kick out deflected. It'll stay with Rocky Mountain. 2.6 seconds to go. Wilmore to beat the buzzer. And we'll have a tie game at halftime. Rocky Mountain, the 8th seed, with a great comeback to fight number 1 Georgetown to a tie at intermission. Well, both teams with some highlight reel plays in that first half. Georgetown. Eljay Cowherd, strong drives to the rack. He had 12 points, 6 assists. At the other end for Rocky Mountain, Grant Wallace with the right-hand power. The Battling Bears and Tigers knotted up at halftime on the NAIA network.
revolutionizing the game of basketball right before your eyes. We've given it a brand new engine, driving each and every one of us into the data-charged future of sports, harnessing the power of instant analytics, and kicking the thrill of competition into high gear. It's the game you know and like nothing you've ever experienced. Shot Track.
This is who we are. We aren't afraid to get our hands dirty, learning and experiencing as we go in the field or the lab. We aren't waiting around for someone to show us the way. We are actively shaping the future. We're not doing this alone either. We're focused on those around us and making an impact here and afar. Created to shift perspective, to tell a story, building an atmosphere of expression. Our vision for tomorrow is brighter, it's better, and it includes us all. We're putting in the work to make it a reality. And it's not just about what we can do, but how we do it and why we do it that way. Pushing to the front of the pack, leading the way, and staying Christ-centered in the center of it all. This is who we are. Welcome to Jessup.
Supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
We were true to the game before there was a game. Loyal to the ball before there were buckets. When Spalding created our first basketball in 1894, we didn't follow the competition. We set the standard. And we never stopped innovating, improving, adapting to meet the changing needs of the player and the game. We didn't make the rules. We made the ball.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
Shakespeare once said, "Some are born great, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The rest of us," he said, "have to achieve greatness." We know exactly what he means. Be not afraid of greatness. Achieve it. Benedictine College, where greatness begins.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Come on. Come on, Squirt.
Whatever your financial goals are, a U.S. Bank Wealth Management Advisor can help make them a reality. Talk to one today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible. Each day brings new possibilities. That's why you need a partner dedicated to helping your company reach its goals. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
You see some of the highlights from the first half. Georgetown got off to the quick start. They were up double digits less than 5 minutes in. Got up 12 on a couple occasions. Looked like they might run away and hide in this ball game. And then Rocky Mountain gradually, steadily started getting their way back into it. And actually led on a couple occasions late in the first half. Before the tie score here at halftime. Jared Samuelson, the top player for Rocky Mountain, 8 points in that first half. Craig Wilmore had 10. On the other side, though, that guy, Eljay Cowherd, 12 points, 6 assists, keying everything offensively for Georgetown. Samuelson, the guy that figured Rocky Mountain will try to feed a little more here in the second half. We get started with half number 2. Rocky Mountain gets the basketball. Their starters for the second half, same as began the game: Ladine, Wallace, McDonald, Wilmore, and Samuelson. Can they get off to a better start here in half number 2 than they did in the first half? Wallace stepping out, not there on the 3. Georgetown's second half going with Cowherd, Stewart, Burton, Coffey, and Jones, their original starting 5 as well. Jones, baseline, stepping middle. 5-footer doesn't fall. Rocky Mountain out of the Frontier Conference. Wilmore, 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting in the opening half. Hit all 3 of his 2-point tries, though, including a ferocious slam on which he was fouled. Turning the corner here, kicking out to McDonald, who drives. And out to Wallace. Short on the 3. Wilmore, though, the rebound. Back to Wallace. Now Wilmore. 3's still not there for Wilmore. Rocky Mountain, though, getting some extra opportunities on the offensive glass. Samuelson tried to go reverse. It took him right into the defense. Goes reverse the other way and scores. Jared Samuelson denied going one way, goes back the other. He's into double figures with 10. Rocky Mountain has the lead back. Burton has been launching 3s tonight. Now 2 of 6 from downtown. He hit his first 2. Missed the last 4. Rocky Mountain content in a half-court set. Down low, Samuelson blocked. Chris Coffey. Georgetown running. Jones wanted a lob, made the catch anyway, but it's Cowherd who cleans it up. Great presence and awareness by the point guard Cowherd, running the break, chasing down the missed layup and tapping it in. Georgetown may need to look to run a little more to try to beat that Rocky Mountain zone down the floor. Off the air ball, Burton hauls in the rebound, and then Ledeen gets the foul call despite getting the worst of the collision. No real foul trouble on either side as we play early second half. Georgetown, the #1 seed in the Naismith bracket, in a fight here with Rocky Mountain. Winner moves on to the second round. They'll play Friday at 12:30. Good move by Stewart. And a foul against Rocky Mountain on the rebound. And Stewart got himself a wide open look. Foul there against Wilmore. Stewart's the guy who needs to get going for Georgetown. He's their top scorer this year, over 18 a game. Just 4 points so far. 1 of 5 shooting. Trying to go down low to Dominique Reed, who's in off the bench. A near turnover. It'll, fortunately for Georgetown, stay at their end. Cowherd, hesitation into the lane, bucket and one. Eljay Cowherd would not be stopped. Going through Reagan Shine for the basket. Shine's third foul. Cowherd has carried the load offensively for Georgetown. 17 points now, 6 assists, just 1 turnover. He has either scored or assisted on 13 of their 16 made baskets. He's got his Tigers up by 3. Rocky Mountain, though, has been very efficient offensively since a slow start. Single digits on the shot clock. McDonald hesitates into the lane. He'll shoot 2. Satchel McDonald. Just 3 points in the game. First trip to the line. He is a 64% free throw shooter. Winner gets LSU Shreveport in the second round on Friday afternoon here in Kansas City. LSU Shreveport, an 83-65 winner earlier today over William Jessup. Plenty of action still to come here at Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City on the NAIA network. Burton hanging around out on the perimeter, again off target on a 3. And that foul against Georgetown, they get Chris Coffey. 3 more games to come today. Next ball game back over in the Liston bracket. 3rd seeded Vanguard against number 6 William Penn. Then at 8:15 here in the Naismith bracket, it's number 3 seed Missouri Baptist against number 6 Loyola. And then to wrap things up, a 10 o'clock tip, number 2 Wayland Baptist and number 7 Arizona Christian. Battling Bears could tie or take the lead here. 5 to shoot on this possession, and instead they turn it over. Well, they have handled the basketball pretty well in this game. That's their 9th turnover, though. First this half. Georgetown, conversely, just 4 turnovers. Georgetown has struggled shooting, though. Remember, they shoot over 50% for the season. Today, though, just 40% and 4 of 15 from 3. Rocky Mountain matchup zone has given them problems. Cowherd, the one guy who's had success. Had that one knocked away in midair. Coffey goes behind the back to Stewart. 5 to shoot. Stewart finds Coffey baseline. Coffey tried to go over the top of Jared Samuelson. Samuelson, the hard luck foul. Coffey with 1 on the shot clock, trying to dunk on a defender. Gets a pair of free throws. And that one does a little 720-degree spin around the rim and drops through. Coffey, 4 points, 4 boards, couple blocks so far tonight. Short on that free throw. 3-point lead, though, for the Tigers. Samuelson well beyond the arc. Takes a handoff. Now wants to attack. Spinning to the block. Back middle. Wilmore, the offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Battling Bears. Samuelson way out. Coffey flying in for the rebound. Cowherd finds Reed. Off target, gets his own rebound, back up, yes. Dominique Reed out of Camden, New Jersey. And Georgetown's up 5, a little breathing room for the Tigers. Rocky Mountain trying to stay within striking distance here. They don't want to have to come back from a big deficit again as they did in the first half. Wilmore in the corner. Goes baseline and draws a foul. Caught Troy Stewart flat-footed. Both teams have basically played only 7 players in this game tonight. A few others have seen momentary action. Ledeen behind a screen. My goodness. Range for days from Clayton Ledeen. 2-point game. Cowherd hanging. Contact, no whistle. Rocky Mountain the other way to tie or take the lead. Ledeen missed the layup. Now Cowherd pitching it ahead. Coffey running and fouled. Grant Wallace preventing the dunk. Oh, Coffey, an excellent athlete, junior from Louisville. He got out and was sprinting the floor there. Coffey back at the line. 3 of 5 now at the stripe. Second one on the way and good as well. This is where Rocky Mountain needs to at least match baskets over the next few minutes if Georgetown keeps scoring. Shot clock at 7. Brandon the boy fading away. Short on the 3. Wallace keeping it alive. Rocky Mountain keeps it. Shine, yes! We've seen some basketballs do some funny things on the rims here at Municipal Auditorium. this first day of the tournament. Reed from the free throw line answers. Timeout called. Chris Briggs and Georgetown. Well, this has been a fun ball game, back and forth. How about this? Wallace with the great save. Somehow got it into Shine's hands, and then Shine, oh, wow. How does that go down? Well, this Georgetown squad, though, getting all they want from Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain out of the Frontier Conference. Hasn't led by more than a couple, but they were down 12 less than 5 minutes into this game. Just getting back in the ball game was an accomplishment. Giving the top seed Georgetown all they want. Well, Rocky Mountain hadn't played a ball game since February 27th prior to today. My math's not great, but I think that's a full 3 weeks off between games. Georgetown hadn't played since finishing off their conference tournament in the Mid-South on March 4th. Long break there as well. But they looked sharp at the beginning. Have slowed down since. Rocky Mountain with the ball. Shine out on the perimeter, hands it off. Ladine. Tough shot. Cowherd the other way. Six of the 8 Tigers who have played tonight have scored. Stewart just 4 points, way off target there. Rebound tapped out, they reset. Well, Stewart scoring just 4. Georgetown normally looks to him for big offense, but they have found other ways today. Now Stewart driving, and Reed is fouled. Reed has been a big producer off the bench with 10 points on 5 of 7 shooting. He and Cowherd well above their per game average already. They have been the ones picking up the slack for this Tiger squad. Dominique Reed is a 67% free throw shooter. Reed 6'8", 235 pounds. He's a senior. 6-point game. A little bit of a danger zone now for Rocky Mountain. This Georgetown defense has locked in a bit over the last few minutes. Wilmore, though, finds a seam. Misfired at the rim. Back the other way. Cowherd. Coffey. Coffey is not afraid to attack. He gets ahead of steam. He will elevate. He's got 2 more at the line coming. 4th foul against Reagan Shine, the reserve post player for Rocky Mountain. Two more free throws for Coffey, who is 4 of 6 at the line. Make it 5 of 7. Slowly but surely, this Georgetown lead building again. Rebound to Danny Betcher. 7-point game, though. Rocky Mountain's gone a couple minutes without points. Ladine fires away. Short on the tough three. That's going to stay with the Battling Bears. Good hustle there by Grant Wallace to knock that off a Tiger. Drycosen's team in need of a basket here. Wallace, open 18-footer. Well, everything coming up short right now for Rocky Mountain. That was a good look. Now Stewart has been quiet today. Deep three. Rebound pulled down by Betcher again. Rocky Mountain desperately needs a basket, though, to get some momentum going in their favor. McDonald, ooh, nearly walked, then nearly turned it over. Great defense again by the Tigers. Well, Martell forced to fire. Georgetown ball. What a defensive possession there by the Georgetown Tigers. It's not one guy, it's everybody in the white uniforms locked in right now defensively. And Bill Drycosen needs a timeout. Still 10:21 to go in this one, but Rocky Mountain in a severe scoring drought right now. Georgetown threatening to pull away in this one. Winner is on to the second round, and a date Friday at 12:30 Central Time against LSU Shreveport, the 5th seed in this Naismith bracket, who knocked off William Jessup earlier today by an 83-65 final score. Earlier finals outside of that ball game. Our previous contest saw LSU Alexandria knock off Central Baptist 81-74. This morning, Lewis Clark State held on to beat Campbellsville in a thriller 71-70. And in the opening game at 9 a.m., Bethel knocked off John Brown 77-57. There's the bracket we're in. Talking about right now, the Liston bracket with LSU Alexandria, Bethel, and Lewis and Clark State all having moved on. And our next ball game coming up is that remaining first round contest between Vanguard and the Statesmen of William Penn. 6:30 or so for the tip of that one here on the NAIA network. What was drawn up in the timeout? It is Georgetown ball. Rocky Mountain trying to stay within an arm's length right now of the top-seeded Tigers. Tip pass, Cowherd saves. Cowherd's been the offensive catalyst for Georgetown, but he's been quiet lately. Gets that out for Conway. 7 to shoot. Stewart wants a screen. Gets it. Plays to Cowherd. Down to 3. Cowherd. Out to Conway, open look. Got it with 1 on the shot clock. Jacob Conway with a huge triple. And it's a 10-point game. Those are the kind of baskets that swing games dramatically. Feels like more than a 3-point shot after Rocky Mountain had played good defense for nearly 30 seconds. Entry pass for Samuelson. He couldn't handle it. Again, great pressure from Georgetown. And a 3 at the other end by Conway. And their excitement level on high. And the defensive stop again. Now looking to add to the 10-point lead. And on the baseline, Coffey is fouled. Again, it's Eljay Cowherd setting things up. Really bad news for Rocky Mountain. That's the 4th foul on Jared Samuelson, their top scorer. And a guy they need on the floor for offense. So Samuelson will have to come out. Grant Wallace back in. Coffey with 5 of his 7 points tonight at the free throw line. One of 2 that trip, and the lead is 11. Several minutes since Rocky Mountain's last points. They are in desperate need of a basket. It is a 9-0 Georgetown run. And a 3 in and out from Danny Betcher. Well, that would have been huge. Cowherd the other way to the trailing Conway. Yes! And Georgetown has their biggest lead. Conway with his second triple in a matter of moments. Ladine to answer, way off target. Here comes Cowherd again. 17 points, 9 assists for the Georgetown point guard. Setting up Jones, who kicks it out. Stewart thought about a 30-footer. Thought better of it, now has it poked away and stolen. Ladine up ahead for Wilmore. He won't attack, now he will. They have forced it a tougher shot. This time they close quickly on Conway, he attacks. Floater doesn't go, tries to keep the rebound alive, does, but nobody was home. 6 threes today for Georgetown. The last 2 from Jacob Conway. Well, this is the biggest margin of this game. Rocky Mountain really needs something to go their way with the basketball. They are desperate for points. Wallace inside. Austin Payne gives it up. Brandon the boy short on the triple. Wilmore on the glass. Craig Wilmore with a huge stick back basket to cut it to 12. Wilmore has a dozen in the game, but that's his first points this half. A 30-second timeout from Bill Drykosen. Rocky Mountain had gone several minutes since their last points, and Craig Wilmore said enough. I'll just get on the offensive glass. See if they might switch something up here defensively. Georgetown has turned it over only 5 times in this game. No changes defensively for Rocky Mountain. Cowherd, left hand drive, spins it out to Conway. Yes, sir. 3 second half threes for Jacob Conway, the junior. "15-point lead, biggest of the game for the Tigers. Wilmore to answer. Not there on that triple. Rocky Mountain has settled for a lot of long jump shots tonight. 31 of their 54 shot attempts have been beyond the arc. That is not what that man would like to see. They have hit just 7 of those 31 for 23%. Cowherd, middle of the zone. Conway getting big minutes now, knocking down shots. Cowherd with under 7 to go. Plenty of time still on the shot clock. LJ goes to work. Pulls it out. Now jumper goes for Broderick's Jones. 62-45. The Tigers piling it on now. A 17-2 run. Ladine short. Another long 3 doesn't go. Cowherd finding Conway on the baseline for the reverse finish. How about Eljay Cowherd? A dozen assists now and just one turnover. And oh, by the way, he's their leading scorer with 17 points. Jones with the block inside. Cowherd leads the break again. This time he'll take it himself. Coffey on the glass is fouled. Everything going Georgetown's way right now. They're getting stops every time down. And they are getting good looks at the offensive end, whether it be inside, on the glass, or on kickouts for threes. Chris Coffey, 2 more free throws. Coffey having a conversation with somebody. Missed them both. Offensive rebound, though, to the 6-foot Eljay Cowherd. Stewart trying to get him going. Too strong, and the foul against Jones will go the other way. Oh, a timeout called with 5:34 to go. I told you about the great day for Eljay Cowherd in terms of the assists. 12 of them, just 1 turnover. He's been their leading scorer today with 17 points. 12 of them in the first half, but he's gotten on the glass as well. That last rebound was his 11th of the game. So that's a triple-double for the Georgetown junior point guard, Eljay Cowherd. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. 4 in white has been the man today. A little bit of everything. Scoring the ball early when they needed points. Drives to the hoop. They left him open for 3. He's been finding teammates at a high rate as well. He's been the catalyst to keep Georgetown going today. After they blew the big early lead, now they've surged ahead by 19 here in the second half. There's the day for Eljay Cowherd, junior from Bardstown, Kentucky. How about a triple-double in the opening round of the national tournament? That's something. That young man not done yet today. He's going to make sure his team finishes this one off. Rocky Mountain hoping for some magic here in the last 5.5 minutes. Brandon the boy short on a 3. Rebound Georgetown. Broderick's Jones. 4 white jerseys leaping high at the rim that time. Cowherd again. Yes. Add to it, Eljay. Well, not just a triple-double, but a triple-double with some serious numbers. Strong drive, attacking against the 6'8" Grant Wallace, who came over to help. Not there on the free throw, but hard to fault him with the lead now at 21. Samuelson fouled. His foul trouble was a big deterrent here in the second half for Rocky Mountain's offense. Samuelson, the guy that their offense runs around and through a lot of the time. He's been limited to 10 points today on 5 of 13 shooting. Got them both. Make it a dozen for Samuelson, who is just a junior. Long pass cross court by Stewart and a heck of a catch and touch pass by Conway on the other side. Under 5 to go. Cowherd draws contact and he'll get 2 more free throws. Eljay back to the line. It's been the one negative for him today. 2 of 5 at the free throw line. Unless you want to call one turnover a negative. I don't think you can the way he's played tonight. Cowherd now 21 points, part of his triple-double. Wilmore lets fly. Oh, another 3 goes clanging for Rocky Mountain. 7 of 34 beyond the arc for the Battling Bears. That's only 20.6%. They shoot 35% for the season downtown. Cowherd's played all but 3 minutes tonight. Pull up from the foul line is good. Make it 23 points to go with 11 rebounds and a dozen dimes. 70 to 47 as this lead continues to grow. It is a 25 to 4 run since early in this half. Grant Wallace slows that down though with a 3. Cowherd pulls it out. Left open. Oh, everything. Eljay Cowherd. The one guy you don't want to leave was wide open. Make it 26 points. Samuelson at the other end with the right hand. Timeout called by Rocky Mountain. Well, Eljay Cowherd ball screen. Big man hedged and his defender never got back to him. Cowherd today 10 of 17 shooting, 2 of 3 from distance, 4 of 7 at the line, 11 rebounds, 26 points, 12 assists, just 1 turnover and a couple steals. He's been sensational and he's going to get a date against LSU Shreveport Friday at 12:30 Central Time. What should be a really fun second round game. There's the overall field goal percentage numbers in this one. Rocky Mountain has just gone cold here in the second half. The Battling Bears, even with their recent hits, only 6 of 30 shooting this half. And that's with making their last couple. It's only 20% in this second half. Georgetown will have it out of the timeout now. Rocky Mountain will put on some full court pressure. Cowherd and Conway looking to handle it. And they get it across with a second to spare. Clock is the Tigers' friend. Guess who? Eljay Cowherd again. My goodness. He is getting whatever he wants at the offensive end. Now put it back in his hands. Give it to number 4. He's the point guard, but he's been everything today for Georgetown. Spinning, finds Coffey. Left it short. Corner three, short. Conway, chance for the Tigers to run, but they will not. 2 minutes to go and a 23-point lead. They make the prudent decision to pull it out and milk the clock. Ooh. Cowherd getting fancy, almost turned it over. Stewart finds Cowherd, who finds Jones, who tried to find the bottom of the net. And it somehow popped out on him. Broderick's Jones has to want that one back. Eljay Cowherd and company go to the bench for Georgetown. Cowherd getting a big hand from the fans who made the trip in from Kentucky. 90 seconds to go in this one. Samuelson cutting. He's been unable to find any rhythm today. Eljay Cowherd deserves a drink and a rest. He's earned it. Squeeze that water bottle. Wipe your face, young man. Triple double. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. Martell with the finger roll. So Georgetown will advance. They'll take on LSU Shreveport Friday, 12:30. This performance by Georgetown and by Cowherd coming on a night when Troy Stewart, who averages 18 a game, was limited to just 4. Stewart here, a little dancing, leans in and gets fouled. Late Rocky Mountain basket from senior Isaac Martell. Foul was on Grant Wallace, his 5th. Austin Payne will come in for him. Stewart will get another one at the line. Georgetown will get a day off and a date with LSU Shreveport in the second round. That will be a fun ball game. Both teams very similar. Two-and-a-half second difference, game clock, shot clock. Stewart goes to work. Open three, short. In the final 5 seconds of this one, Martell beats the buzzer. But Georgetown wins the ball game. Chris Briggs and company moving on to the second round with an impressive second half after the ball game was tied at the break. They win by 20, 77-57 the final. Georgetown, the top seed in the Naismith bracket, a winner over Rocky Mountain. Eljay Cowherd, the star for Georgetown. A triple-double for the junior point guard. 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists for that man right there, as he and the Tigers move on to the second round on Friday to take on LSU Shreveport. We've got 3 more games still to come here in Kansas City. Our next contest coming up at 6:30 in the Liston bracket. 3rd seeded Vanguard taking on the number 6 seed William Penn. More basketball coming your way on the NAIA Network.